welcome back to my channel. This is my little cozy corner, the coziest corner in my apartment. Today we're in my bed again because I got my dinosaur with us. Hi! So grab yourself a stuffy, maybe a drink, maybe a snack, and let's get cozy. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about my July TBR. Now I know we're in the middle of the month. I'm a little slow on the ball here. Slow on the roll? I'm a little slow here. I just finished hunting Adeline. It took me about a month and a week. And so I started it in June and it kind of bled into July. But I included it in my June wrap up because I read the bulk of it in June, but I just finished it in July. So for the remainder of the month, these are the books I'm going to read. The first one, which I've already started, is Entangled in the Woods by Evie James. So this weekend was the adult book fair. It was hosted by Inbound Brewing. It happened on the Minnesota State Fairgrounds, and I went, and this was one of the Indy authors that was there. And so I got her book, and I'm so excited about it. So it's about this girl, and she goes up to Minnesota. So I'm in Minnesota, if you don't know. If you couldn't tell by the accent. So it's about this woman who goes to a remote cabin in rural Minnesota to do research for her grad thesis. And while she's in the woods, she encounters wolf shifters, which interested to see how wolf shifters are different from werewolves, because I'm very familiar with werewolf stories, but I don't know if that's any different from wolf shifters. So I'm very excited to see how those are different. I'm about this far in, but she already has book 2 out, and so I think I might get book 2. I'm on chapter 8 already, and I'm really liking it. But she gave me a bookmark. Well, you can't really see. Hang on, let me hide. Can you see it now? You can't really see it. Okay. Well, there's her stuff. Maybe I'll link her in the description if you want to check her out. But she also signed it, which I think that was so fun. I've never had a signed copy of anything, and I bought her book, and she signed it right in front of me. I feel so special. I get why people get signed copies now. And I was like, oh, I want to get this. And she's like, okay, signed it and put her purse, like a bookmark in for me. And it was sweet. I'm so excited for this one. So like I said, I'm already reading it. So I'll probably be done within a couple days. So the second book that I chose for July is another book I got from the adult book fair. This one is also from an indie author, local to Minnesota. So if you want to support some local authors, well, Minnesota authors, if you're not from Minnesota, go try out Evie James. Otherwise, you can also try out Gia Stevens. So I'm reading her Flirting with the Bad Boy, and I'm really excited. So when we walked into the book fair, we walked around the outside perimeter because there was aisles, and then there was vendors on the outside walls. So we decided to do a lap around the outside, and she was one of the first vendors that we saw. And I picked this up and I read the back of it, and I even read like a little page in the middle. And I was like, I don't want to buy a book too soon, because I only had like a 2-book limit that I was going to let myself buy, so I don't want to use it right away. And so I told her, I was like, I might come back. And we were there for 2.5, 3 hours. And the entire time I was walking around, I was thinking about this book. I was like, I need to go back and get this. This sounds exactly up my alley. And so I went, that was the last thing I did, is we did all of the vendors, and then I told my mom, I was like, I'm going back and getting it. And I beelined straight to her, and I was like, I'm back for it. And she's like, I knew you would be. And so it was so cute. She was so sweet. And she had free stickers. And not only did she have free like book theme stickers, she had a free sticker that's for the male and female character of the book. Isn't that so cool? Ledger and Olivia. And so she put one of those in the book, and look at that. And of course she signed it. I feel so special. I feel so special having a signed copy. Now when people come over and they're like, oh, what's this book about? I'm like, this book is so cool. It's signed. Look at that. I'm cool. Oh, I'm letting this get to my head. But yeah, so this one, let me read you a little bit of the back. It's Grumpy Sunshine, tattooed bad boy, best friend's brother. So, and she's a good girl and she caves for the bad boy and there's chemistry. Now it's the grumpy bad boy who's determined to not let me go. And so I'm excited. So this is the second book I'm going to be reading. Oh, my nails kind of match. I didn't even notice that. I need to get my nails redone, but they kind of match. That's cute. So that's the second book. The third book is Caught Up by Liz Tomford. This is not an Indy, well, she wasn't. I think this is the Indy cover. She was recently picked up by a publishing company, but this is book 3 of the Windy City series. And so if I finish these 2 books before the end of July, I'm going to work on this one. I would be really impressed if I read 3 books in the next 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, which I'm planning on a lot of lake time. I like to, being from Minnesota, I love being at the lake. I love being on the boat. I like, the summer things. So maybe with all the boat time I'm going to get, maybe I'll get 3 in. But this is between Kai and Miller. Kai is a single dad and a starting pitcher for Chicago's Major League Baseball team. Miller is a high-end pastry chef who takes on a nannying job with him. I think it's Grumpy Sunshine again. I'm really in a Grumpy Sunshine mood, I guess. Anyways. So, I'm excited. These are my 3 books. Please, please, please go check out the indie authors, the local Minnesota ones. That's Evie James, Into the Woods. She already has book 2 out, and I think book 3 is maybe pre-order. I didn't see it on the website yet. But go check her out. Wolf Shifters, if you're into that. And then she had multiple. This author had a lot of books. She had one she had a Christmas themed one. She had Flirting with the Doctor. So she has a lot. If you want to see a variety, go check her out. Maybe I'll link her down below as well. But I think I'm gonna do a book fair haul. I think I'm gonna do another video for that. So stick around if you want to see that next. But thank you. What's your TBR for July? I know we're in the middle of July and I'm so sorry, but let's have the conversation. What are you gonna read for this month? Cool. Awesome. Happy that you stuck around. See you later. Love you.